Welcome to my new channel, Nature's Real Fairytales. This is the first of what I hope will be many videos showing just how amazingly beautiful Mother Nature is. If you like looking for faces and familiar creatures in things like rocks and clouds, I think you're going to love my videos. All you need to do is allow your imagination to run wild. Ever since my dad took us kids camping in Yosemite when I was 6 years old, I have been in love with nature. It was more fun than going to Disneyland. The granite monoliths, towering waterfalls, and ridiculously huge trees blew me away. Someone even built a home inside one. Have you ever been in the presence of such huge trees, many of which sprouted before the Bible was even written? They are awe-inspiring. Notice how this giant sequoia dwarfs the trees around it. And this giant redwood is about 100 feet taller. Hard to wrap your mind around their size. And as a kid, there was nothing more exciting than seeing Bigfoot. They'd casually walk right through your campground. Or is that a bear? Yep, that's Bigfoot all right. The native people of the land loved Yosemite as much as I do. They even had names for rocks and what looked like faces that can be found on them. One of the most famous faces found in a rock is on Half Dome. Do you see it? The indigenous people called her Tis-sa-ack. Now let's adjust this image and take a close look at what is going on around this face. Especially notice what I circled. It literally looks like a man from the waist up facing left. It almost looks like the inside of a cavern, and I can't express enough how much there is to see for those with a good eye. Alex Honnold, is that you trying to break your Half Dome free climbing record? I don't know about you, but this is so very thought-provoking to me. And check out the face at the top. I circled directly above Tis-sa-ack. And to the left of it, you may notice what looks like a man holding a book. Do you see him? And I can only imagine the author of the book is Mother Nature. You never know what you're going to find when you take a closer look at rocks and every other natural environment. And here's a picture of the back of Half Dome taken from a plane. Again, please allow your imagination to run wild. I first noticed a fish with its head to the left, and then a turtle with its head to the right. You may even notice a llama between the two. So which creature did you first see? And here is El Capitan, which the native people called Tu-tok-a-nu-la, aka Rock Chief. And I don't know about you, but I see an elephant, which is fitting for one of the largest exposed pieces of granite on this planet. The most popular climbing route is even called Mammoth, and under just the right conditions, I've spotted about 5 elephants. One is the head of an Asian elephant seen in the shadows to the left. Just imagine a bell is hanging from its head. It even almost appears to be wearing a gold crown. And notice at this angle and lighting, you can see a mastodon, with its head to the left, caps off El Capitan like a trophy. By the way, the lights you see are from climbers who can spend up to 5 days climbing this rock. At night, it's fun to communicate with them using your flashlight. Do you see it? Don't worry about letting your imagination get the best of you. Now take a look at what I found at the bottom of El Capitan. See if you can detect an old woman in a coat, as if she's feeding a giant cat. This looks like a scene straight from a fairy tale. Notice her grumpy face looking out over the valley. And look for an old sailing ship behind her head. Someone pointed it out for me. There is so much to see in rock like this for those with a good eye and active imagination. So, what do you think she's grumpy about? And here's what almost looks like a man wearing a cape. His face is found in the shadow to the right. Let's adjust the picture and take a closer look. Just imagine he's wearing the helmet of an ancient warrior, and he looks pretty pissed off. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to mess with this rock. This is really amazing. Notice what I have the arrow pointing to. Let's turn the image on its side and take a closer look. I don't know about you, but I see a shapely woman as if she's on someone's back playing chicken. Notice her arms raised at about a 45-degree angle. This almost looks like a work of art to me. Now take a look at what I found on this much smaller boulder that helps protect homes and a boardwalk from rising seas. Notice circled what looks like a man with his head turned to look at the camera. Or is it a woman? Hard to tell for sure. And that's probably because it's nothing more than an illusion, right? And here's a boulder containing what almost looks like a villain in a superhero movie with his arms behind his back. Just imagine he has wings on his boots. This is one cool dude. Looks like someone hanging out on a street corner with his hands in his pockets on a cold wintry day. Don't be surprised if he asks you for a cigarette. By the way, I actually went back to see if the white was bird crap. It isn't. Not sure what the white substance is, but I do know nature works in harmony. With a good eye, you're going to love this. Notice what I circled in the top left. Let's take a closer and closer look. Just imagine a little girl in PJs climbing up on the boulder to give a mountain a big hug. Do you see her? Or is my imagination run a little too wild? I thought I'd tell you one more fairy tale. Do you remember as a kid your parents telling you that if you dug a hole straight through the earth, you'd end up in China? And if you live in China, did you grow up hearing you can make your way to the USA? Are you ready to let your imagination get the best of you? Let's take a closer look at this rock that looks like the head of a Chinese girl who decided to make that journey through the center of the earth. Ni hao to you, my Chinese visitor. How long did it take your brave soul to get here? If you enjoyed my video, and I sincerely hope you did, please subscribe to my channel and tell your friends about nature's real fairy tales. You're going to see some pretty amazing stuff that has the ability to make people smile as they shake their heads in disbelief, all without AI.